Hello everyone, this is That's My Pizza once again with another Langrisser mobile video. And today we are gonna actually just go through and clear my timeless trial maps because I just want to get it out of the way. And a person in one of my videos left a comment just asking me to demonstrate the power of Kurama. So today I'm going to have Kurama help me clear all my timeless trial maps by doing nothing, essentially. Okay, so basically what my main strategy for timeless trials is pretty much just throw Elise legends at them and then, throw Elise legend at them with Kurama and have everything die to fixed damage. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, except I probably need to kill this squid first, so, yeah, I'm gonna kill him first. One moment, just check my skills, because you can never be too careful, and then, yeah, here we go. Yeah, but I'm trying to be a little extra careful from now on, because my summoning stream for the newest banner actually was a complete crapshoot, because I made just a really dumb error. Like, I got all the characters I really wanted really quickly, but the thing is, I want to get, I rolled on the Juggler, Yulia, and Landius banner because I had both Landius and the dog at 6 stars, but my Yulia wasn't, and I've been thinking about maxing out Yulia. But what happened is I got a Juggler, and then I accidentally traded the 50 shards that I already had for Yulia for more Juggler shards, and that just tilted me so bad. So I ended up blowing like basically all of my my summons to fix that issue. Well, that mistake, and it felt awful. Okay, so time for Kurama to do nothing. Basically, yeah, want to do that. Yeah. So the main thing about Kurama's 3C is that pretty much it has a really good debuff effect, but the thing is it also has to apply a buff to himself to actually work, and the debuff can easily be cleared by like any dispel. So what ends up happening is if you're fighting against like a Bozel or something, you might risk getting buff blocked, so that'll block your damage, or what mostly happens is somebody uses just like a dispel and gets rid of the demon seed, and basically then Kurama's 3C does nothing. But yeah, so when Kurama's 3C actually does work when in its intended way, basically it does damage before battle starts, so it's really, really good against single target units, and then it applies the dot again, so, well, the fixed damage again. So if you're fighting against AI, essentially if you're fighting against AI, it's really good. It's really good, but in PvP, it's complete garbage, because there's just so many ways to play around it. But yeah, there's that. And as you can kind of notice, I'm using basically a full timeless collab unit party in my timeless trial box, well, for timeless trials, and I do what I want because I spent the resources to get them. But honestly, I'm glad I get to get some use out of Kurama, because I pulled him like 7. It was a lot of times, so he was basically at 100 out of 150 shards, and yeah, I wasn't actually doing it. I was actually kind of doing that for the memes, because I got enough shards to get him to 50 out of 150 when I was first summoning for Yusuke, and I managed to get a Yusuke, well, kind of late, but yeah, I got him kind of late, but I was at the point where I had enough summons to be like, I might as well just try to get Kurama to like 6 stars, and I ended up getting him almost to 6 stars, but I also got a spare Gizroff, which was awesome. Gotta love those really nice off-banner units sometimes. But unfortunately, the off-banner units I got in my last summoning session was very bad. Were very bad. So yeah, the game can be cruel like that, and sometimes the game you can just be an idiot, and then the game feels even crueler. Kill me. So yeah, another problem with Kurama is like his transform skill is like 2 turns rather than 3. So what really ends up happening is basically all your cooldowns are just not on. Well, it doesn't really put your cooldowns on a good cycle, and even at 6 stars, Kurama's talent isn't that great. Like, yeah, it just really isn't that great because there aren't enough like force terrains to actually use effectively to consistently like give him cooldown, to give him cooldowns and stuff. But yeah, he's just kind of a disappointment, and honestly, I don't see him ever getting good again because Zilong basically never really buffs units out collab units, except for giving them 3Cs or something. But yeah, it's kind of just overall just kind of Kurama's a disappointment, and there's nothing to do really to make him any better, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's life. I'm gonna be saying that a lot. That's life, because goddamn, life has not been easy. Well, for me in any case. Well, you just kind of have to take it one day at a time, and yeah, take it one day at a time and try to keep a smile on your face. Otherwise, it'll be too hard to go on. Man, I'm not trying to be philosophical or anything. That's just I kind of feel like shit. Yeah. But in any case, even though Kurama is kind of a disappointment, I just kind of enjoy that fact that he's really useful for a timeless trial. Like characters like Omega and stuff, it's actually just kind of funny to see how good they are in these PvE maps because they're not really good at anywhere else. And even in some PvE maps, they aren't that good. Like anything with like a boss monster, pretty much isn't. Yeah, anything with like a boss monster or something, like Kurama or Omega aren't that great. So yeah, that's another dead map due to Kurama doing nothing. Man, I have to admit, just that whole video series where it's like Luigi wins at Mario Party by doing nothing always cracks me up. Okay, so this is just kind of an annoying timeless trial map. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm just gonna spam debuffs on this team and just wait to win essentially. And that's the fun thing about like these big AoE debuff comp teams. It's just you rely on bullshit to win, and when it works, it's always funny. But when it doesn't work, it's pretty rough. Yeah. Also, I'm just kind of curious. I wonder how big like this game is like compared to other mobile games. Like, I know this game is never ever gonna like pull probably Genshin Impact numbers because one, it's pretty old, and also it's a strategy RPG, so it's already kind of niche. But I love the strategy RPG series strategy RPG games because I don't know. It's like kind of the types of games I grew up with, and they've always been really fun. Also, this game has a really great aesthetic to it. So yeah, it just kind of hits all my buttons. Alrighty, so I'm gonna drop this payload, and then I'm gonna win by doing nothing. Or At least I hope to. I'm gonna win by putting debuffs on everything. Pizza wins by spamming aids. Or something like that. But yeah. Honestly, I kind of wish they would also update the time. Zlong would update the timeless trials system, because it's kind of just tedious to go through these maps every single week, like these 10 maps every single week. But hey, I guess it's like the only repeatable PvE content that we can really do. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, I made a lot of damage. Ouch. Ouch. Ah. Oh, interesting. Did she dispel one of Kurama's buffs that gives him the whatchamacallit, the whatever dance? I think she did. That's hilarious. Oh wow, Kurama, man. Love you, but you suck. So yeah, that's another problem I found with Kurama just right now. Like, man, if, like, Kurama would be so much better if he didn't have to deal with the whole buff, the buff zone, well, the buff he has to apply to himself, because honestly, it's just bad. Because it's just too easy to work around. Well, in any case, I don't really care. AoE! God, I love this Kurama. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Well, for viewers of my channel, I'm just kind of curious what you really enjoy about my channel, well, my videos so far, or if you dislike my videos, what do you dislike? Because I'm kind of interested in getting a little bit better at making these videos, but who knows? This is just kind of a side hobby for me at the moment. But yeah. What to do? Yeah, I'll just do this. So yeah, the main thing about this, just like Timeless China PvE mode, is it's just so repetitive and easy. Well, for me in any case. Like, the only real enjoyment I get out of the game is basically PvP, because I always have to use my brain, and I also need to use a larger variety of units as opposed to like Kurama, Ren, Landius, and probably Bozil. Because basically, this full party basically clears everything for me. And while it is funny, it's also just kind of tiring. That's why I kind of don't like doing Timeless Trials anymore. It's just very repetitive and very boring. Okay, time to do nothing. Well, not really nothing. It's more spam AoE debuffs. And that's the thing about just AoE teams, is that a lot of the AoE units also inflict a lot of nasty debuffs as well. Like, Bozil's probably one of the best AoE units, because his AoEs just do so much. Also, he's cool as heck. Like, as much as the game actually shits on Bozil, I really like him, because he's just, well, one, he's used very comically, which is very fun, and two, I just think he's pretty cool at times as well. Just the way his voice actor delivers despair, or Zetsubo Seo. It's just so great. Oh, I can't use guard skills. Oops. Oh, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, Kurama wins by doing nothing. See? He's winning and he's doing nothing. Alright, I wonder if his dance, like Rosewood Blossom's dance is gonna get dispelled. Oh, looks like it isn't. Woo. Ha. And then, yeah, that's basically how I win TT. You know that meme where it's like, and that's how the Mafia works? That's basically how I feel right now, except that's how Kurama works. What else is there to say? Well, I'm definitely gonna have to rethink how I'm gonna summon, like that summoning session I did that I keep referencing. Basically, it just everything got set back massively. Like, if I controlled my emotions a little bit better, I probably would have had the mind to just take the loss with Yulia and just save my summons, but I didn't, and it hurts, but I'll survive, I suppose. I might buy a pack or two just to get back, but we'll see. Like, I think that's just also just kind of a flaw with the whole space-time essence system, in that you shouldn't be able to trade for units that you already have at 6 stars. Because stuff like what I did happens, and it really hurts. Like, holy moly, it hurts. Like, shards are already really hard to come by, and just losing 50 for, like, nothing. Well, losing 50 for a simple mistake, it's just, it really sucks. But yeah, I'm also just kind of thinking at this point I probably need to do another talk with a pro player, well, high tier player, and just to see where I should start going with my box moving forward. Because honestly, with the addition to Tree Sage to my party, I kind of feel like I'm basically done with, well, I'm basically done building my units. And that's mostly because I think I have a very good, strong strategy, and if I wanted to alter it at all, I'd really want to just start building old units that I already have. Like, if I want to start getting the new units, I'd essentially be building into a different faction. And, well, that is appealing, that's a lot of work, and my strategy already works fairly well. And even with, like, the addition of Rosensil, who will basically counter my current strategy, like, incredibly hard, I still feel like I can kind of get around it by the fact I can just ban Rosenseal. Like, yeah, sure I have to, like, ban that Rosenseal immediately, but so will single target boxes. Single target boxes will have to do the same with my Tree Sage. Yeah, and I'm just kind of at the point where I don't know. Like, I don't know where I'll go with the game, and it just kind of, well, the whole summoning situation kind of makes me feel like maybe I should just start winding down my time with this game, even though I really enjoy it. Like, that's kind of the downsides of gachas, in that you need to constantly be consuming or doing something, or else you're probably just going to get bored and just move on, and that's kind of what it's happened to me with other gacha games, like Fire Emblem Heroes. I basically wasn't doing anything in that game anymore, and then I just kind of finally decided to bite the bullet and just quit after I failed to get Plumeria, after spending all my orbs. But that's I totally wasn't salty about not getting her. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to balance all the different gacha games. Because, well, gacha games are kind of just, they're designed to essentially eat up your time. Also, I can't win with Kurama on this map because he can't debuff stuff. Ah, why? Yeah, Mike, Fire Emblem Hero, yeah, oh god, I don't blame you. Fire Emblem Heroes, I have so many orbs and just quit doing anything in it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Like, at that point, I was just playing Fire Emblem Heroes to just collect PNGs, and I'm like, if I really wanted to just get look at the PNGs and listen to the voice work, I could just go online and do that and not waste my time. So yeah, I just took my time back, and now I'm investing it in other stuff. So yeah, you just kind of need to be smart with your time, and you also need to be smart with this map, because I can't use Kurama. What to do? What I could probably do is just throw in Deedlit and then Ares and stuff, or I could just be stubborn. What I think I'll actually do is I'll just pull up the Leon, and then I will pull out. Yeah, I'll just go protagonist. Because protagonist is actually probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best factions for PvE content. Yeah, I'll bring Rachel. Why not? And then yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I essentially cut my gacha games down to 4. Well, let me just list them off first. So, I'm still playing Mario Kart Tour because I actually really enjoy the driving and like the mechanics of that game, and it's actually really interesting how they made a really good single-player Mario Kart experience in that game. Like, I know the whole like point arcade system of the game can be tiring to people, but I just find it really fun to try to find optimizations for each track, and yeah, I find it fun to look for those optimizations, and yeah, each week's just always fun. Though I'm really disappointed by the gacha aspect of itself of the game. Well, not because the gacha itself is bad, it's just nothing in the game is really interesting. Well, the gacha characters aren't super interesting. Like, the gacha itself is divided into like cars, car parts, and drivers. And the drivers, the cards themselves are just kind of you're not really there for them, and then same with the gliders, you're mostly there just for the characters. But there's just so many Mario character alts in that game, and it's just, I'm there for the stuff that hasn't actually been in a Mario Kart game before. Like, you know, I just kind of feel like these types of gacha games are just a good way to experiment with genres, and yeah, experiment with genres and do new and interesting stuff. And at some points, it's actually doing some new interesting stuff. Like you can actually play as a Hammer Bro in the game, and Hammer Bros have never been drivers in an actual Mario Kart game. But then we just get the dozens of Mario and Peach alts, and it's just like, okay, I'll deal with it, but I want to play as King Bomb. And luckily King Bomb actually has been added to Mario Kart Tour, but I don't have him because I'm a cheap boy, and I'm waiting for my boy PD Piranha to get in already, but PD hasn't come yet, and I'm sad because PD is best boy. But other than that, I'm also playing Dragalia Lost, and Dragalia Lost is just a very solid gacha, a very solid game in general with gacha mechanics. Like, the game itself is incredibly generous, and I have like almost all the different characters in the game. I'm only missing out on like a couple seasonal alts of the characters, but overall I basically have every single character in the general pool, and yeah, the gameplay is actually really fun. It's just the pubs in the game, the randos in the game that you play co-op with, sometimes they can just be really bad, and sometimes that rando is me. Yeah, the game can be tough at times as well. Like, if I had to describe it as like something like late game, it's basically Monster Hunter. Like, you go around beating up the toughest things around it, and then you craft gear out of their materials, and then after you get like all the cool materials from the top tier stuff, you don't know what you're doing at all, and then you just kind of wait around for new gacha stuff Gacha new characters to come out in the gacha, and then you build stuff for them, and then you don't know what to do next. I make it sound like it's really bad, but in all honesty, it's kind of relaxing, because you don't need to put as much time or effort into it. Okay, after taking damage, okay, blah 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 blah, shields, okay. Okay, back to Elise. Back to Elise. Okie dokie. Okay, Kurama, you will win by doing nothing, and I will be proud. Okay. Okie dokie. And I should probably change Ren to Skeleton Soldiers, because she's going to be taking a lot of physical hits. Remember, kids, don't make your lollies tanks. Okay. So yeah, so Dragalia, Mario Kart Tour, what else? I'm playing Pokemon Masters, and by yeah, honestly, don't invest in Kurama. He's not worth it. And honestly, he's a meme character. Yeah, I'm only using, like, if you're like me and you just got so many copies of him and you just felt like, oh, whoops. Oh, well. That's not a big deal. And why not? But yeah, don't invest in Kurama. He's not worth it. Unless you just want to do it for the memes or you really like Kurama. Like, he's really not worth your time. Because he just has so many drawbacks. And he's not even that useful for a lot of maps. Though, I'm kind of interested to see how useful he would be, say, in the roguelike mode that will come out in a while. Because you can pull off a lot of silly shenanigans in that mode. Like, I remember I saw a Luna who had her 3C and then also Juggler's 3C. Yeah, and then that Luna also had Rupture. So essentially what happened is she used her 3C and then jumped into an enemy team with Juggler's 3C and then just destroyed all the mobs in one go. It was a riot. Like, holy moly, aw dang. Kurama, why? Why are you so bad? Oh god, why? Yeah, so I can't use Kurama's 3C because he has the unbuffable debuff now. So I have to play around that. Oops. Yeah, but I'll say this about Guild Wars is just kind of grindy PvE stuff. Like, I'm at the point where I can just auto all of it. I'm at the point where I just auto all of it and just collect all the rewards. And I pretty much win without much issue. But yeah, if you have to take anything away from this, don't invest in Kurama. Holy crap. And for the YouTube watchers in the future, I am actually talking to one of the people in my chat right now. But yeah, Kurama is bad. He's really bad. And honestly, I kind of think all the Yu Yu Hakusho units have kind of fallen off in the PvP meta, except for the Taguro Bros, which is actually hilarious because on release they were probably considered the worst. The worst characters, that is. Oh dear, my Landis is in trouble. And just to let my viewers know, I actually healed my Kurama there, so I could actually use his 3C. Go, Kurama, go. And, I don't know, just attack this guy. Don't know if, yeah, that doesn't even kill. Ha! Yeah, these tree guards are really bulky. Oh, I got a lucky Tenuous proc. But yeah, so Kurama wins by doing nothing again. I love it. Oh my god, I love it. Oh yeah, I forgot the time. I wasn't even paying attention to the time one. Like, holy crap. Holy crud. I think I actually might lose this. Oh, never mind. That guy's pretty much dead. And then heal back to... I heal and mount back, and then these tree guards take a ton of damage. Oh, dang. So I lost. Oops. So yeah, that probably could have been prevented if I was actually using a different tank. But, no. I'll probably just need to take out those archers first. So I'll probably need to switch to somebody like, I don't know. Somebody probably like Leon. Meh. Well, Fui to Leon, I'm gonna use Ares. Ares! 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 Yeah, I think he is okay, but honestly, all the times I've used him, I've always kind of felt him very underwhelming. But then again, he doesn't really fit in much to my playstyle, so I kind of undervalue him. But that's just me. Like, even though I'm, like, Langrisser rank and stuff, there's still plenty of other players who have very viable boxing strategies, so, yeah. I just enjoy the AoE aspect, the AoE teams too much to actually swap off of them. And down she goes. Oop. Ares is so good. Also, I like how he's treated in Langrisser Mobile as well. It's so silly. He's basically a Gary Stu, and it's it's just so funny to see. How should I handle this? Whatever. Yeah, I really should finish leveling up my Listel as well. Like, I'm kind of just at the point where I feel like my PvP box is just it's just really complete, and I don't really need to change up my playstyle that much. But yeah, there's that. Oh wow, Ren's dead. Oops. I'll get this somehow. Probably with Landius. Man, I swear to God, these tree guards are really annoying. Okay, let's see if my Ares can actually survive a hit against one of these guys. And no, the answer is no. Oops. Okay, this is embarrassing. Okay, so maybe I should... Nah, I won't change up my strategy. Well, I'll probably just swap out Ren since she's not being really that useful. Who should I use instead? Who should I use instead? Leonhard is so tempting, but I really shouldn't. Okay, let's be a little bit serious, I suppose. I'll just bring in her. Okay, off we go. Okay, so what I think I will do is I'll just try to kill this tree guard first. But how much magic defense does he have? Not a lot. Nice. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just pretty much do the same stuff. And down she goes. Yeah. Infantry D-Lit will pretty much destroy stuff. So Listel has already been help for me in PvE, even at 3 stars and just under 5k power. Yeah. Lestelle is actually ridiculously good. Like, she kind of breaks the conventions of this game in that she's a very tanky unit, but she can also dish out a lot of damage. And all of her damage is based off of HP. Like, if you're familiar with, like, say, League of Legends, I kind of feel like she's like Dr. Mundo. Except without all the healing and stuff. But yeah, Lestelle's just really good, because you can build her like, you want to build her as tanky as possible, and she can dish out a lot of damage because of it. And, oh, my Ares is dead. Oops. Oh well. I don't really care. Well, it depends on the build you give her. Like, if you give her a bonnet, I guess she can heal a lot, but a bonnet isn't really the best headgear on her. I'd say, like, her best headgear is the feathered crown, because she's always wants to be, like, at higher health than her opponent. Doot. Oh yeah, and she does have that one talent where if she takes damage, she heals. So, I basically never use that. Okay, so this should work this time. Alright, Kurama, do your stuff. What the heck happened there? I don't even. Okay. Kurama wins by doing nothing. Okay. Kurama, you need to win harder. And also... Yeah, I should probably do this. Yeah, so that will increase the lid's damage a little bit more, and I can probably just auto-attack and not kill that thing off. Oops. I blame the fact that Gospel wore off. I blame the fact that Gospel wore off. Well, I'll just do this again, why not? I didn't even notice if I got a clock proc on that, so I don't know why I got another use out of that. Jesus Christ, this game is such a... It can be silly at times. Haha! Take all the damage. Okay, so now Landius is probably dead. Honestly, I really need to improve his enchantments. Like, they are not good at all. Like, I've seen a lot of, like, my peers' Landiuses, and their Landiuses have a lot more HP. Well, a lot more defense than mine. Also, that's kind of disappointing. Like, as much damage you think Kurama can do, he actually doesn't do a lot. Like, most of his damage comes from fixed damage, and his fixed damage is just super inconsistent. So yeah, I'm hoping this guy doesn't kill my Landius. Nope, not even close. Hooray. And then he takes a ton of damage. Okay, even though I had an embarrassing start, I finally won. There we go. Okay, so on to the final TT map. So yeah, I'm not really expecting much. This map, these types of maps just really annoy me because I can't really go in and just start spamming AoEs because all these units are actually silence and fixed percent health fixed damage immune, so that makes my life harder. But I think in this case, I'm probably not. So I pretty much can't use Kurama because his damage output is just too low. So yeah, what I usually end up doing is I just throw in a Lestelle. I think I'll bring Gizzer off. Why not? Bring this Juggalo. Where is Iris? Iris. And then... No, why not Reen? This probably won't work, but I don't really care. Okay, time to make a mess. So yeah, for this like map, what I usually do is I just Reaper's Touch the juggler. And then that does a lot of damage, and then I think what I try to do is I try to avoid that Liphany. Because juggler, and even though he's like stupid tanky, he doesn't handle magic damage very well. Ooh. Oh ho. And then make sure my Jugs is extra tanky, and then realize that I forgot to bring his 3C. Oops. So I just do that instead. And then I... Shinki Goi! Oh, he didn't say that. Oops. He said something else. Oops. Ow. Yeah, and you'll kind of notice that these guys over here actually do a lot of damage. But he doesn't actually do that much damage. But that hurt a lot. And he can't guard now. Oops. And I think my juggler is in trouble. Oops. Yeah, my juggler is in trouble. Nah. Yeah, I should probably just scuttle this run. Whoopsie doopsies. Okay. So, this time I'll actually remember to bring Juggler's 3C. And then this time I will actually bring Bozal instead so I can AoE more on turn 1. So since I will be doing that, I think I'll position my characters a little more aggressively. Boop da boop. Oh, I forgot to bring Gizarov's 3C as well. Oops. Yeah, I'm really not paying that much attention at the moment. And that's just kind of how I deal with TT. I just kind of do it, and then I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and I kind of forgot to bring an actual skill on Bozal since his seal actually doesn't work here. Oops. This is just already a shit show. Okay, hit everything. Yeah, so this is pretty much to just reduce the enemy team's damage like significantly. Because you may not know, but Earthquake is actually a really good debuff. Oh, and that Die Hard is dead. Ha! Okay, I think the only character who's going to be an issue here is probably that Pierre, in all honesty. And that's mostly because of his talent just making him extra tanky in water. And also there goes my juggler. Whoops. Well, whatever, I'm not really here to play seriously. Alright. Yak, yak, yak. Lol. Maybe I should have brought Crystal Warlocks on Bozal. Well, whatever. Oh, did I hit that Pierre with unhealable? I don't think I did. Oh, whatever. Not my problem. He's gonna be dead this turn anyways. Dude. Boom. Okay, I wonder if I can bait that Luna into hitting my Iris. We'll see. Oh, and the Juggler had the faction buff. Oh, and there goes Luna. Ha! Let's win using Gizeroff. Dang it! Gizeroff, why? Gizeroff, why? Why can't you hit harder? Oh, that was pathetic. But yeah. I'm now done with Timeless Trial for the week, and it was a lot more fun doing it on my own. Like, when I do it on my own, generally it's just kind of a pain in the butt. And, well, that's probably because I also just, like, have random YouTube videos like, in the background and stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll stream doing TT a little bit more often, but I probably won't do too often. Because it's really dull, to be honest. Like, what ends up happening is I just use the same... Well, I use Kurama, Ren, Landius, and Tiaras, and then one other unit, and then I pretty much clear everything except, like, the last map of Timeless Trials. And usually for those last maps of Timeless Trials, I just need to... I need to be a little bit more careful, because they're actually... I can't cheese or brute force my way through it. Like, last week was pretty annoying because the last map had a law where everything was immune to debuffs, so I couldn't use my good old Kurama and debuff spam build. But yeah, so I couldn't use my regular build, so I ended up having to go like full princess, I believe, where I brought Yulia. I brought Luna, and then I brought Leanna, Tiaras, and then Lana. And basically what I did was I just baited out the computers to separate them up with Leanna's Sky Archer, and basically I just picked them off one by one. But yeah. Healing. Those maps are really annoying. And I'd prefer not to do them, but the rewards are just too good. Like, 10 enchant scrolls, well, it seems like it's not a good reward. For PvP, it's pretty dang useful. Like, these scrolls are just so rare and so useful, and if you're going into PvP, you really need to get them. Though, I'm at the point where I don't actually need any new equipment as well, because I pretty much got, all the equipment I really need. It's just, I really need good accessories, like... Let me go to the equipment page. So, yeah, I pretty much have every single piece of non-exclusive gear. But I'm missing a lot of accessory. Like, I am missing a ton of accessories. Like, I'm missing the newest one, which I really don't care about, because that's basically only for Sigma, Omega. But I'm also... Even though I have two Swordsmith medals, I honestly need, like, 5, because they are probably... This is probably the best PvP, piece of equipment in the game, and I really regret not pulling on the banner when it first appeared in the game, because I need more. Holy moly, I need more. But yeah, I have like basically every single piece of equipment in the game except like Bathory the Seductress, which I don't need, and Dimensional Jewel, which actually is kind of nice, because I'm thinking I got the Staff of Divinity, and it works really, really well with single target casters, and so does the Staff of Divinity and the Dimensional Jewel work really well with each other. So I was thinking of putting like both on what's her name, Rachel, because Rachel's talent is like really good, and yeah, Rachel's just overall very solid, but she doesn't really currently fit in the meta. That's why I'm not using her. Plus, my box isn't really set up to use her as well, so there's that. But in any case, that's just me rambling about stuff that probably won't make much of a difference in the long run. In any case, thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting, and I'll try to stream again sometime soon. Probably tomorrow, because I really want to try out Old Landius. Yeah, I actually really want to try out Old Landius, so I'll probably stream a couple, 1 or 2 Apex matches, depending on how quickly I win. In any case, thanks for watching, everyone. See you later. Bye.